Hey, I'm Dr. Andrew Herman, and let me start off by just saying thank you so much for choosing our office. It is a huge honor and privilege to be able to take care of so many people just like yourself that come in here because they're in pain, but we begin to build a lifestyle of health and vitality and start to see amazing results. And the first thing that I do for every patient to be able to get to that point is explain what is health. If I asked you, how do you know if you're healthy or not? You more than likely say what most people do, and if I feel good or if I look good. Here's a problem with that. Thousands of ladies today had a mammogram done and they felt great and they maybe even looked good, but then they're going to be diagnosed with cancer. If that was you or if that was your mom, would you say that you're sick or healthy if you're diagnosed with cancer? So what I want to begin to do is just take a few minutes and begin to explain what is it that we do at our office to begin to not only get you out of pain, but get you healthy. So let's look at how we measure it. All right, let's talk about exactly how this works and really the importance to it. I think a lot of people overlook the importance of your spine. We're really better about taking care of our teeth than we are this, but at the same time, it's a big reason of why you're in pain and you're having the symptoms that you are. So I'm just going to take a moment to begin to explain the way your body works and where your health comes from. So your brain controls everything in your body. Nobody's ever said, no, this isn't important, or that it doesn't control the beat of your heart, or your lungs taking in a breath, or your colon absorbing good nutrition and getting rid of the bad. It starts right here. But it has to get there. The way it does it is through 24 bones, which protect the spinal cord. And from your spinal cord, 24 nerves come out on the left and on the right, and they go to every single thing in your body. That's how important they are. Every muscle, every cell, and every organ is worked by a nerve. So if you put pressure on the nerve that goes to your heart, how do you think your heart works? At 100% or below it? Below it. So what I want to begin to do today is help you to understand what should we see when we look at your x-rays. Should we see this? Because when I look at a straight-on x-ray of your x-rays in just a minute, I don't want to see that. I know that this isn't normal. We want to see straight up and down. This is where we get confused. From the side, we want to see a curve. This is your shock. This is your cushion. If you're having low back pain, more than likely you've lost it. We've got to begin to put some of that water back in the disc and get pressure off that nerve. In your neck, 35 to 45 degrees is normal. When you begin to lose that curve, it really stresses many things in the body, and that's why you start to have symptoms. I want to talk about what are some of the options that you have to beginning to fix this and to become as healthy as you possibly can be. So here's how it works. It is really, overall, it's a really simple process, especially for you. I think a lot of the work is on me of where we begin to see where the problem's coming from, and now we've got to fix it. It's a 36 visit process. It takes about 4 to 5 months. After today, each visit's 20 to 30 minutes, and you're gonna come in. It's so simple. You do your physical therapies, and that is what begins to strengthen the spine and holds that adjustment in place. I'm gonna come in, give you that specific spinal correction adjustment where we begin to move the spine specifically the way that it needs to go, and that's where you're gonna start to see the results. Don't forget, we're gonna re-x-ray at 18 visits because we want to be able to keep up and monitor the amount of change that's happened from the time you started today to your next set of x-rays. We're gonna compare and contrast. We'll be able to see that change, and that's where you can look exactly what is the changes within your health. That's where you should start to see yourself being pain-free, having more energy, and just being overall healthier. Here is your part of what needs to happen in order to see those results. Now that we've talked about all of your options, you're left with the best one, which is 36 visits, and that's spinal correction. You say, what's the cost? It's only $3,000 to $4,000, something that can absolutely change your life. I think it's an incredible decision if you make it, but we have to make it affordable. So if your insurance covers it, it's awesome. Let's begin to take that cost, we'll subtract it off the top. If your insurance doesn't cover all of it, that's all right. A lot of people don't have insurance. We begin to have 5 payment options then, where we do everything in-house. So if you look on your screen right here, you'll see options 1 through 3 is a time of service discount. You can save money right off the top just by paying up front. Options 4 and 5, this is where it's more of a monthly down payment and a monthly payment. We can find ways to make it work. At the end, we'll talk about all this and we'll find something that works specifically just for you But right now, I want to take just a few moments and to talk about how chiropractic care has changed my life in so many ways. Listen to my story. Here's why I'm a chiropractor. It is so cool to be able to see the things that I do each and every day, but I had to learn the hard way. It was a process. It didn't start yesterday to start to live a healthy lifestyle. Here's my story. 3 out of 4 of my grandparents died of cancer. They felt great, they looked great, but then a couple months later they were dead in their 50s. I began to realize, hey, we're missing something. I know the way that God made the body should really function and heal at a very high level, so why isn't it? But then at 36 years old, when I was in high school, my mom had her thyroid removed and she's taking Synthroid for the rest of her life now just because a doctor said, well, it's not working right. Hey, we're just gonna remove it and put you on medication forever. Once again, it's not my approach, but still too young to understand. 5 years ago though, my dad had a massive heart attack. A week before that, he felt great. He was told by his doctor on his 50-year-old physical, Mr. Herman, your EKG, your blood pressure, your colonoscopy, your cholesterol, everything looks great. You're healthy as a horse. Was he sick or healthy? I don't know what you've been told. I don't know how you approach your health, but you have to understand we don't base it on the way you feel. We have to understand, where does it come from? How do we achieve it? How do we get there if you don't have it? We start small and we begin to make changes that are going to last a lifetime. I want you to take just a few minutes and begin to think about what it is that is going to help you the most, and do that.